When I was the manager of a makeup store, I had a customer crash out on me because the product she purchased did not perform the miracle she had envisioned in her head. Let me tell you what happened. So when I was a manager, I still helped customers on the floor and I still jumped on the register. I never felt like, oh, I'm a manager now, I'm not gonna do that kind of stuff. Like if you're a manager and your associates are stunned or shocked to see you on the sales floor or at the register, you're doing something wrong. Your people should never be afraid to ask you for help when a customer is being difficult. So I'm coming in for my shift. I walk through the door, lunch in hand y todo. One of my girls runs up to me. I am hardly through the door, runs up to me. Brittany, can you help me? I was like, yeah, hi to you too. What's going on? My girl tells me there is a distraught client sitting at one of the chairs and nobody can make her happy. I said, what do you mean nobody can make her happy? She proceeds to name off like 5 different associates in the store. My first question was, okay, where is the manager? Why are you naming 5 people that have tried to make this customer happy and she's still not happy and there's a manager in the building and you didn't mention that that manager has tried to help you guys? Where is the manager? I asked her straight up, what about the manager that's here? She's in the back. So I asked her, did you guys talk over the walkie about what's happening? My girl tells me, yeah, but she told me that she's in a meeting and she's really busy. She can't come out and help us. That's crazy because there's no meeting scheduled today. That's actually crazy. So I just put my shit at the cash wrap while this girl debriefs me. I didn't even clock in yet. This customer came in to find a foundation to wear on her wedding day, but she has not been able to find something that makes her feel beautiful. Y sabes que, baby? I'll be picky on my wedding day too. Let me help you out. So I'm walking to the customer and I am fuming in rage that my girls are on the floor asking for help and the manager that's there will not fucking help them because she's in a fake meeting. I go up to the customer. She is in tears. She's in tears. I don't like seeing people cry. So I tell my girl, I got it from here. I calm myself down because I can handle everything that's happening later. And let me just get one-on-one real with this customer. Right off the bat, I can tell you in the nicest way possible, pobrecita, she's dealing with some really intense skin texture. I introduced myself to her. I'm like, hi, my name is Brittany. I am a manager here. The girls are telling me we can't really make you happy. Tell me what's going on and I can try and help you out. She was sniffling and then it turns into tears. A customer shouldn't be this upset. A customer shouldn't be this upset with a manager sitting in the back while the girls are struggling with a crying customer. Somebody getting paid minimum wage shouldn't be dealing with a sobbing, distraught customer. Maybe that's just me. Mamas tells me she's getting married in 2 weeks, that she started a new birth control, and her skin has absolutely lost its mind. Tears in her face. She tells me her entire life she has never, ever struggled with acne. This is her first time struggling with acne, and she gets married in 2 weeks. She tells me she usually just wears a little bit of Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. She doesn't like the way foundation feels. Laura ain't gonna help with what's going on right now. Laura's not gonna help. I ask her, do you have a picture of what you're trying to go for on your wedding day? Mamas pulls out a picture of Kim K full beat down to the gods. I'm really trying to go for this natural look. I ask her straight up, are you getting your makeup done or are you going to do it yourself? And she tells me that she was just planning on doing it herself, so she needs to learn how to do that. So I've got a girl struggling with acne for the very first time in her life. She's trying to learn how to do her makeup full glam from being a tinted moisturizer lip gloss type of girl on the most important day of her life. I am gearing up for war. I am gearing up to prepare to get yelled at and screamed at because I've been doing this for a while. I know shit's about to go down. I know. I feel it in my bones. So I point out all of the makeup Miss Kimmy is wearing in her picture, and I was like, you can definitely get that look, but you're gonna be wearing a lot of makeup. She tells me straight up, I don't really like wearing makeup. I'm trying to be empathetic because I don't know how long she's been sitting here, but I know she's been put through the ringer already because nobody's been able to help her out. But now I know why. It's because she has unrealistic expectations. I told her straight up, to get that look, you're going to need this and that and this and that and this and that. She raises her voice and she says, I already told you I don't like wearing makeup. She's dealing with acne for the first time in her life. Her wedding day is coming up and everything she pictured in her head is not working out. I'm being a little empathetic. I'm being a little patient right now. To de-escalate the situation, I simply ask her, what is your goal today? For you to leave happy, what is your goal for today's visit? She goes, I want a foundation that's gonna cover all of this. I tell her I can help her out with that. We proceed to try on 14 different foundations. Oh, you know what? I bet she's really exaggerating that number. I'm not. It was 14. We're doing makeup remover, moisturizer, primer, foundation. I hate it. Makeup remover, moisturizer, primer, foundation. I hate it. Makeup remover, moisturizer, primer, foundation. I hate it. 14 times. I'm not exaggerating. 14 times. I specifically remember that number. When I'm done every single time I'm done, she goes, I can still see all my pimples. I said, you can't see the color. You can see the texture. You can't see the color. The redness is gone, mamas. It's gone. All this time, I'm not even clocked in. I don't have my name tag on. My lonche is sitting up there at the cash wrap. Other manager still in the back in a pretend meeting. I am fighting for my life to try and explain to her that makeup is not going to cover texture. A pore filling primer can only do so much. She's crying. She's taking off the 14th foundation I put on her, and she says, I saw this one foundation on YouTube and I really want to try that one. Let me tell you something. It is very often a customer comes in with a product in mind that they want to try, and they will have you take them all around the store to see if you will show them that product. And you will try product after product after product, and it's not going to work for them because they already have one in mind and they didn't tell you. And once you're ready to give up, then they let you know that there was something that they had in mind that they wanted to try. I about lose my mind. I was like, what is it? What is it? Dermablend! It's heavy. It's thick. It's high coverage. You hate wearing makeup. Why on earth would I take you there if these medium to full coverage foundations can help you out already? You don't need Dermablend. You don't need it. I tell her straight up, you don't need that. You don't need that. She goes, well, can I just see it? I already knew she was gonna buy it. I take her to the Dermablend and she's like, oh yeah, this is what I saw. All the confidence in the world. Can you match me? Sure. So I match her a little bit on her neck, right? Because her face is bright red from everything we've done to her. Her neck is fine, crystal clear, no issues. Her texture issues are on her face. I find her color and it looks really good on her neck. Of course it looks really good on her neck. We need to try it on her face. She goes, oh my God, that's perfect. Grabs it off the counter and walks away. The girls on the walkie tell me that she checked out and she looked so happy. This is a good hour and a half I was with her, right? I get my shit from the cash wrap and I go to the back. The manager in the back goes, oh, good, you're finally here. I have to head home. I have to go be there to let the internet guy into my house. I gotta go. I told her, I've been on the floor this whole time. I even came in 5 minutes early. I need you to go into the computer. I need you to fix my time card. Oh, what happened? I didn't answer her. You don't give a fuck anyway. Usually, managers with the highest authority in the building are the only ones allowed to fix time cards. I know. Yeah, that's interesting, huh? Isn't that interesting? Okay, so now it's 2 days later. I'm working at the BOPIS counter and I'm checking a customer out. I just so happen to be right at the BOPIS checkout, right at the very front of the store. This customer proceeds to kick the door open, kicks my glass door open, kicks it open. She's standing in the middle of the entrance with her fists clenched, like standing like a King Kong, like doing a look around the store. And then she locks eyes with me. And then she goes, you, me? It's Mamas back at the store, angry as shit, looking for me. You sold me this expensive ass foundation, knowing it wasn't gonna work. I want my money back. I want my money back right now. This piece of shit ass foundation didn't fucking do anything. I know that foundation. Worked. It just didn't do what she wanted it to. I tell her, okay, follow me to this register here. I'll give you your money back. She was taking everything out on me because something was out of her control and her very important day was coming up. There was no point in arguing with her. Plus, she was just being rude to me. She wasn't being rude to my associates. If she was being rude to my associates, that'd be a completely different story. But she was just taking it out on me. I felt really bad for her. So I give her her money back. I let her know the return is done. And she looks at me and she goes, I hope you're happy. You ruined my whole wedding day. I just said, have a nice day. And she walked out and I never, ever saw her again.
Ooh, I need my big light for this. Okay, period. I'm trying to make it to a baby's birthday in like an hour, so I need to pull it together. I'm really only going because I know there's gonna be alcohol there. And a bitch could use a drink and a good time right now, okay? I'm also like crying because I think I'm about to get on my period, so like I'm actually crying a lot harder than usual, I think. Anyway, the main reason why I'm single still is because when I try to like get into something with someone, I always choose the wrong one. Like, I learned a long time ago to kind of put multiple eggs in your basket when you're getting to know people. Dating when you're a young hoe. Oh, my light, excuse me. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and it's been going really well. And I also put myself in no dating jail for 6 months because I was going through it too much and feeling like this, like literally monthly. And I'm supposed to be getting out of that jail fully by next month will be my 6 months. So I was really just like kind of proud of myself, but also like at the point where I'm like, okay, like I'm ready to like kind of maybe try and just, if I meet someone I really fuck with, like let's just do it. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, it gotta be my period, y'all, because I'm wait. Just keep going, girl. Like just keep going. Ooh. But yeah, like I always end up choosing the person that like doesn't give a fuck as much as maybe somebody else. Like I need me something real sweet and soft and gentle, and like for some reason the one that I fucking vibe with the most or have more chemistry with be the one that's not sweet for real. And at this point, like it really is my fault. Like it's my fault because why do I keep on keeping on? I used to be the kind of person that like I literally wanted to be in a relationship so fucking badly that like I would just deal with like bullshit for months and end up being in a relationship that was so shitty. So I took these 6 months off of dating to like get my life together and to like stop, you know, going through this. It's been going really well. And then the moment that I'm like, okay, yeah, like, okay, like, I feel like this could work. Like, I'm fucking with it. Boom. Now I'm like, damn, like, I done released my other eggs from my basket because I was not trying to do too much, you know, like, I don't like, you know, once I like somebody, I'm like, okay, cool, like, I can vibe with this. I'm like, damn, I need to go pick them back up. Like, it was a bad egg. It was spoiled. Like, somebody come back. Like, legitimately, I had somebody that was so sweet. They saw me having a bad day. They are like all the way in New York and fucking sent me like Lego flowers. Like they know I don't like real flowers. Like they always die. A teddy bear, my favorite ice cream. I took this other person out on a crab leg date and paid $150. Didn't even let them touch the check. I was like, bow, big mama got it. Ask me why the fuck would I do that? For somebody that got me fucked up and playing in my face multiple times. Like, I don't know why I feel like I always gotta work for somebody's affection, but like, some I gotta fix that. Like this person played in my face like one good time and I was like, what the fuck? I was actually over it, but I allowed them back around just for them to hurt my feelings again. I do eventually want to be in a relationship with somebody. Like I do want to date somebody, but like I'm not pressuring anybody to be with me because I will never go back down that road again. Like look y'all, like it's on my vision board. It's on my vision board. And we just took photo booth pictures. Hold on. I have a photo booth like wall around my vanity and they put that up there. Get it off. I'm so overly irritated because I'm like, yes, I got my photo booth like it was on my vision board. Like, you're delusional. I think what bothers me the most is that like I'm always willing to like adjust, compromise, and I feel like it's never fucking reciprocated. I've always just been made to feel like I'm asking for too much or like I'm doing too much or that blah 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 blah. I'm always too something because I am such a lover girl. Like when I like somebody, I'll deal with certain shit. I'm trying to have more self-respect because I don't want to continue like old patterns. So like I'll try to like stand on something and I don't be standing strong enough. And I think I'm just really mad at myself because I have gone almost full 6 months without dating or taking anybody seriously, and then the one time that I did, it ended in tears. What I've learned is that like whether or not like somebody makes you feel some type of way intentionally or not, like you do feel that way and it doesn't have to be intentional. Like you do have to like kind of look at like how somebody is making you feel. And I just was realizing like I wasn't feeling like I was like really appreciated or understood, or that like they were willing to like adjust certain things the way I was. Like it just very early on was just like signs that like it wasn't gonna work. The time that we were speaking to each other wasn't that long, but I think for me, like when I find myself growing like comfortable with somebody and kind of feeling like, okay, like I can kind of let my guard out a little bit, like just like spending a lot of time with them, when that is like taken away so abruptly, I'm like very discombobulated. For me, it's like a readjustment. Like it's a full readjustment, and it's literally because I have autism. Like I have a hard time adjusting to any type of like change in anything. Yeah, I think part of the reason that I am single and like kind of just not having the best luck with dating is just like because of my choice in women. I take for granted what it actually feels like to be like understood and like seen and heard. Kind of like get whisked away in like the fun of just getting to know someone and like being attracted to somebody and all that stuff. But then like when it comes time for like the real shit to kind of like get in there, you start to realize like why kind of going for, you know, chemistry matters, yes, but like you do gotta make sure that like they are hitting the bar when it comes to like understanding you. And I feel like for me, like what I've learned is like if you have to tell somebody something one too many times, like they're not gonna get it. Like they're just not gonna do it for whatever reason. The type of person I am, I'm like a very like effort first kind of person. Like I might get a little upset, like I have my flaws, and like I can kind of be the type of person to be like, all right, like I don't want to talk right now, like we'll talk later. But I'm willing to like always communicate and like have some type of problem solving, and like kind of interacting with people who don't have that mindset. They're just kind of like, it is what it is, like, you know, there's not much else to say, can't even do it. I was starting to like get excited about somebody, and then it just immediately was like, oh. And when it really comes down to it, like when I think of it, like I just don't think this person like really kind of was feeling me. Kind of just started to feel that, and it sucks. Like it's not a good feeling, because I'm a bad bitch, you know, like, and I know what I have to offer, so I just feel so like disrespected, honestly. And what's crazy is I almost met this person's like family on some like really gay shit, like wait. And I said like, nah, I don't know about that one. I just had a feeling, you know, like you just gotta follow that intuition always. I'm very glad I didn't, because girl, you played. Like you played. Like if I had to have like an overall theme of like how I felt in this kind of situation, it's like, you know, that sounds like she too sweet for you. She too sweet. That's how I felt. Like I'm too sweet for you. Like one of these days somebody will wanna, you know, accept me for my flaws and care as much as I care, and you know, have all the chemistry and the vibes. But today is just not that day. But at least I get to go get drunk at a baby's birthday, so that's why I'm single. Okay, bye.
This is how I accidentally got myself stuck in a love triangle. I mean, not really. The summer I turned pretty isn't realistic, guys. This is how it actually happened. So I got a text from a friend, and she wanted to set me up with a boy. For the sake of this video, we'll call him Curtis. I was like, sure, I'll always give a boy a chance. She was raving about him, so knowing me though, I obviously had to do something embarrassing. So while I was stalking him on Instagram, I accidentally followed him. It was all good though, because he followed me back and he messaged me. This is me making the first move. I was like, okay. So attractive when guys can make the first move. Though technically I did, because I followed him, but whatever. That was an accident. So we start messaging a little bit, and I'm like, okay, like, I don't know, he's a boy. So possibly a day after he messages me and I respond, I get another DM from a different boy, and we'll call him Kyle. Kyle found me on TikTok and was like, I love how Jesus-centered your videos are. Silly me, I respond to it because I'm like, oh, this is just a fan message. I'm not the brightest. One boy was trying to hit me up, so he didn't let it end there. He's like, so do you live in Iowa? All of a sudden warning bells go off in my head. I'm like, somebody wanting to know where I live. Creepy, get out of here. So I ghost Kyle for 2 days maybe, for all of which Curtis and I are doing that whole waiting exactly the amount of time the other person waited before sending me the message thing. Anyways, then it dawns on me, I have that I live in Iowa in my TikTok bio. Also, I talk about it a lot in my videos. So then I'm like, oh, Kyle isn't creepy, I'm just dumb. And guys, I can't ghost somebody, have to respond. I can't knowingly be mean to somebody, like, you know, unless they deserve it. And I didn't think he deserved it, so whatever, I responded. I didn't make room for conversation. It was pretty much just like, oh, haha, I forgot that I have this in my bio. And I basically told him, I was like, oh, I thought you were like being weird. I'm also very honest. He's like, oh no, you're all good. And proceeds to tell me he's from the Midwest. And get this, he says he's going to seminary and he wants to be a pastor. You're kidding. Guys, my dad is a pastor. So that's just like, oh, okay. Like, so you're doing that. I would also like it to be known that I'm not some schmuck that would fall for a scam. This was a real person. You can tell. I did some stalking. So now I'm in a pickle because there are two fellers talking to me. Curtis has an amazing job, low-key gonna be president one day. But Kyle loves the Lord like so much he wants to be a pastor. So yes, I was messaging both of them for 2 full days, and then I was like, this is just wrong. I can't do this. I wanted to be straightforward with one of them and just be like, listen, it's not gonna work out, baby cakes. My sister said to just take forever to respond and hopefully throw the boy a hint. Save him some embarrassment, so that's what I did. And then it ended up not working out with the other boy either. So listen here, children, love triangles never work. I mean, I guess if you have no moral compass, you might be fine. Moral at the end of the day for me, I'm just not really interested in a relationship right now. More like it's gonna take a really special guy to contain me. Be free. So yeah, love triangles, not all they're cracked up to be. Not that that really was one, but kind of. Thanks for listening. Bye.
I have never gotten so much hate online in my life since I posted that I no longer wanted to be a nurse and wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So let's talk about it while I get ready. The comments were just so weird, like so bizarre to me. I think it's an absolute privilege that I'm able to like stay home and take care of my son. And your kids are only little for like, your babies are only babies for such a small amount of time. You would want to be there to enjoy every minute of it. But because my husband is successful, he has a good job, he's an attorney, I guess people just like jump to the conclusion that like I just stay at home and do nothing and like fan my ass. But it's actually 2026, guys, and there is a long list of jobs that you can have and be a stay-at-home mom with. You know, fortunately for me, I started embarrassing myself and sharing my life on the internet in 2020. I am a provider as well as my husband. I genuinely don't know who brainwashed all these like women haters in my comments to think like, oh well, what a waste, like why did you even get that nursing degree, like if you're not gonna use it. Like newsflash, I did use it. Another newsflash, why do you still have nurse in your bio, like if you're not a nurse? Actually, just because I pushed a baby out of my doesn't mean that my credentials just dropped. I'm still a nurse. I still worked really hard for my career, and my license is still active, honey. I keep all of my certifications up to date. By the way, a long list of career opportunities that don't have to do with me going back to the hospital because that is not my priority. Priority is to be a mother and to be present because it's always been my dream. It's actually what fills my cup, what makes me extremely happy. It's actually the greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life of being. Dr. Daisy Sanchez, she's literally girl boss, plastic surgeon, amazing. She tells me, she's like, being a plastic surgeon, all of this like doesn't mean shit. Like the best thing I've ever done is like be a mother. And I think that's genuinely so beautiful to hear. But God forbid we come online and say that, because then everyone's like so brainwashed by society. Like the career obsession is so weird. Oh my God, I literally just got a message. Where are you working right now? What is with the obsession? What is with the obsession, bro? And you know what? Life really isn't all about money. Sorry to tell you. It's really not. Anyways, my point is, if you started following me 6 years ago because you like that I posted nursing stuff and it's been 6 years and now I don't do that anymore, I think it would be a little weird if 6 years had passed and I hadn't grown as a person and changed. But the same way that you have friends and you feel like you grow apart, it's like, okay, yeah, you don't have to be there for that journey. Like if you want to unfollow because it's what you no longer relate to, then that's fine too. Like I don't care, that's cool. This is not an airport and there's no need to announce your departure. I've just seen videos of people are like, oh my God, somebody just announced their pregnancy, time to unfollow. Or like me, the second that somebody announces their engagement, time to unfollow. Like you guys are fucking haters. It sound miserable. I've just never been like that. Like when I was single and I didn't have a boyfriend, friends would post themselves in a relationship, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, this doesn't relate to me because they're happy, I'm gonna unfollow them. Like that's you're a hater. Like you're just a hater. That is weird. But at the same time, I kind of love it. Yes, please leave. Please get the hatred out of here. I love when the trash takes itself out. If you're just gonna look at somebody's post and wish negatively on them, then yeah, maybe you should go and get some help. And if you've been with me these past 6 years and you're still here, I love you. And if you want to leave because you're a hater, I will pray for you.
Things I will end a friendship over. If you take a problem you have with me to everyone except me. I understand asking for advice, but if you've discussed this with over 5 different people and none of them are me, that's a problem. I will respectfully step away from the friendship. If you steal from me, I have a rule in my house called give it back or never hear from me again. Because seriously, give it back. And even if you do, you're still never hearing from me again. Because why'd you do that in the first place? I've had someone do this to me before and she didn't know that I knew she was stealing from me, but guess who I never spoke to ever again after I found out? The crazy thing is, if you ask me for it, I might just say, sure, you can have it, or I might just buy you your own. If you keep apologizing for the same thing over and over, why is it still happening? An apology without change is just a sentence. We should not be having the exact same conversation every 3 months about something you're doing, so I will be ending the friendship. I will end the friendship if you're only around when I'm failing. Weird. Girl, you have some ulterior motives or something, because to not want your friend to succeed is strange.
Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Just sit there and stare at them on the toilet? Get ready with me while I talk about my biggest fear. Now, whenever people hear biggest fear, they think, oh, heights, spiders, snakes. My biggest fear? Getting walked in on while you're taking a dump. And whenever you guys hear that, you're probably thinking, Lindsay, just lock the door. No, I can't. Y'all don't understand. What if the door doesn't lock? What if the lock is malfunctional? Y'all don't know. Honestly, taking a poo in public is like not an issue for me. I have figured out and mastered the tactic to make sure people don't hear it. Flush, push. Flush, push. But imagine you're in one of those gas station bathrooms and it's just the one stall and the one door with the lock on it. And you're taking a dump and somebody tries to open the door and you're like, oh, I'm good, it's locked. And it just opens. And you're sitting there like this. Oh, what? You can't get up. You can't get up. You got shit in your ass. Y'all want to know what else I just thought of? This has happened to me a solid like 10, 20 times. I'm not even kidding you guys. When you're in a stall and it's like the bunch of stalls in a bathroom and a little kid is in the stall next to you and that little motherfucker goes underneath the stall and stares at you like this. Like leave me. What am I supposed to kick the kid? Do the lashes look good? All right, y'all, that's my finish. Get ready with me. Let me know what you think about my biggest fear and tell me yours in the comments. Have a great day, guys.
Rules that I have for personally being in my room. If this is the first time seeing me on your For You page, please make sure you can follow, boost this video, like interact in any way, as my videos are really flopping right now. Okay, the first rule that I have for being in my room is the big light will never, ever be on. I feel like it just ruins the aesthetic of my room, and also I don't really have a lampshade, so it's a bit bright. Next, if it's a mess, you are not allowed to say nothing unless you're my parent, unless you want to clean it. Third rule I have, allowed to take any makeup, lashes, like snacks, basically anything. Just ask, because I don't want to be going on a scavenger hunt to find stuff, because I actually hate when I can't find my stuff, genuinely. Like, it's the most stressful thing, and especially at top when I have a bad day. So last rule I would say I would have is not to like eat snacks and drinks and stuff, but like real food. If that gets in my bed, I'm getting killed. Just that it's literally so hard to remove stains in general, so yeah, I would prefer if you do not eat in my room. Anyways, I'm all done, so bye guys.
You're a shitty person if your friend is going through something, or if your friend is sad or depressed and you make the situation about yourself. You're a bad fucking person, and I've had so many friends like this and I fucking hate it. There is a difference between making it about yourself and using like one of your experiences and what you're going through as well to help your friend feel better and make them feel not alone. There's a big fucking difference there. You're a shitty person if you go around spreading rumors about people simply because you don't like them. And I'm not talking about like, oh, you heard something through the grapevine or your friend told you something, you know what I mean? And you went and told somebody else. No, I'm talking about like you made up a rumor and you decided to go spread that to everybody knowing damn well that it's false. I have never understood people like that. Like, if you don't like somebody, there's no reason for you to go and spread rumors. It's so harmful, and I know that's the whole point of like spreading the rumor because you don't like them is to like harm them, but like it's going too far sometimes. You're also a shitty person if you peer pressure your friends when it comes to literally everything, but especially drinking and smoking. I used to have a whole friend group that used to peer pressure the fuck out of me. Pretty safe to say I'm not friends with these people anymore, but no real friend of yours would ever put you in an uncomfortable situation and make you feel like you have to do something that you don't want to do. You're a pretty shitty person if you make fake accounts to secretly hate on people you don't like. Like, at least use your main account to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop being a pussy. This is something that I used to do when I was little, and if I could take it back, I would, because I just looked so goofy and it was such a loser move of me to do. And honestly, if you're doing this, especially if you're grown, girl, let's grow up. Only secret accounts we should have are the ones that we use to stalk our ex, okay? No, but seriously, like, hating behind the scenes is such a, like, goofy and loser move, and, like, honestly, you're such a shitty person if you do that. Like, I don't know. I would honestly respect you more if you just used your main account. What did Big Lotto say? She said if you gotta make fake pages to say it, that's mental illness, okay, babe? And lastly, you're a shitty person if you put your friends down for male validation. Ew. That is what I like to call a pick-me-ass bitch. And people like you don't deserve to have any friends at all. And also, I probably should have used a different blue because I feel like this blue doesn't match the one on my eyes, but that's fine. And here is the final look. These are things you should not be doing if you're under the age of 16. I know a lot of y'all think that you're grown, but there's no reason that y'all should be out there drinking, smoking, partying, and stuff like that if you were under the age of 16 years old. Y'all are way too young to be doing these things, and honestly, these things, especially doing them so young, could fuck up your life really badly, and do you really want that to be the case? It's not that hard to just wait till you're 21 to drink and smoke. Trust me, I didn't even start drinking and smoking until I was about 18 years old. But even then, I wish I would have waited till I was a little bit older, because those years of my life where I was drinking and smoking at such a young age really fucked me up. Next, y'all should absolutely not be driving without your parents in the car if you're under the age of 16. Believe it or not, this shit happens a lot, and I don't understand why parents let their kids take the cars if they're under the age of 16 and don't have a fucking license. I forgot to do my contour and I'm already doing blush. Like, I'm all over the place today. Like, what if you get into an accident? What if something bad happens? Like, what are you gonna do now? Now, I fully understand that you want to, like, grow up faster and you want to be the cool kid and be driving before all your other friends and stuff like that, but being young, dumb, and reckless is never a good idea. Trust me. Next, if you are under the age of 16 years old, there is no reason that you need to be talking to older people at all. What the fucksoever. Honestly, if you're under the age of 18, you shouldn't be talking to older people, but especially if you're under the age of 16, that's crazy. Because I've been hearing shit about 15-year-olds talking to 20-year-olds and stuff like that. I think that's just nasty. That 20-year-old does not have any good intentions with you whatsoever, and that is called statutory RAPE, so let's watch out for that. And y'all definitely should not be posting sexy pictures if you're under the age of 16. There are PDFs on these apps, and y'all are out here just giving them free stuff to look at, and honestly, listen, it's your body, your choice, but at the same time, y'all are too young to be posting like that. Like, these men will take advantage of you, the females too. You're like 15, what the fuck do you need to be looking sexy for? And lastly, y'all should not be posing with no fucking guns at the age of 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 years old. There's no reason for that. That's just absolutely ridiculous. That doesn't make you look cool, that just makes you look lame and weird and goofy. There's no reason for you to be posing with guns when you're that young. My question is, how did y'all even get access to guns that young? This is how shit happens, bro. Like, oh my god. Also, y'all should not be prioritizing relationships if you are 16 and under. There's just no reason for that. I promise you, these boys are not gonna last very long with you, okay? Y'all are gonna last for a few months, maybe a year, and y'all are gonna grow up and grow out of each other, and you're gonna move on anyway, so there's no point. There's really no point. Focus on school, focus on getting your education instead of worrying about boys.
Get ready with me while I tell you about the worst nail salon experience I've ever had. So yesterday, I went to a nail salon. I had an appointment. Everything was good. We walked in and it was very busy, which is normal for nail salons and completely okay. We sat down and we're getting ready to, you know, pick out our colors, relax, just wait for someone to get to us. And it's me and one other person. And so when we get there, the manager is basically like, sit down in these 2 chairs, pick out your colors, and we'll be with you in a second. So me and the other person, we sit down. Eventually one of the managers comes over and is starting to work on the other person that is with me, their nails. And I'm sitting down right next to her, so he talks to me and he's like, oh, what color do you want? What type of nails do you want? And just explain to me what you're getting. And so I went in there and I was wanting French tips, just a very simple extension, almond shape on my nails, and I wanted gel nail polish. And so one lady comes and she sits down and she starts getting ready to prep and really do my nails. And all of a sudden, the person with me says, oh, can she also get the tips, the extensions? Which I hadn't said anything because I was assuming that's what they were doing. I didn't know whatever their process was. I had never been to the salon previously, so I was just following along with what I thought they were supposed to be doing. The lady then is like, oh, you want extensions? And they kind of make like a joke about fake nails and whatever. She basically gets up and leaves and speaks with the manager that's right next to her, and he says, oh, just wait a second, one of the other ladies is gonna come do your nails. And I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe it's just she doesn't have the qualifications, or she's not as used to doing extensions or whatever. It's completely fine. Like, we're not in a rush. We're just gonna sit there and wait. And so we wait until eventually the other lady kind of like taps on the back of my chair and she's like, okay, come here, sweetie, and she brings me to her seat. And I was kind of looking at this lady earlier and I was really excited because She was dressed really nicely. She had just put away a bunch of gems, like nail gems that she was doing on someone else. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. Like, I'm gonna get somebody that is really, really experienced, and then maybe I can ask them for a design or something cute on one of my nails. So I'm getting there and I'm sitting down and I'm starting to get my nails done, and as kind of usual, she's very rough with it, and I don't really say anything because I have a higher pain tolerance, so I'm able to just kind of sit through the pain even though I recognize that it's there. She's cutting really hard on the nails and filing really hard, so it's like filing almost on my skin. Eventually she gets to my cuticle and it's just time for her to do like the regular routine of cutting it. And most times when I go to a salon, they will take their little cuticle things and they will snip your old cuticle and then push it back slightly. And I'm a little confused because like she doesn't do that. Instead, she pulls out her dermal and she is just shaving and shaving and shaving, and she takes that dermal and she starts shaving over the cuticle, and multiple times, like, it hurt really bad. I don't say anything because I am so scared of confrontation. Like, I couldn't say anything because I was scared that something, I don't even know. I was just too scared to speak up. It's bad, but again, like I said, bearable enough for me to sit with the pain. And so then she is putting on the fake nail extensions, and I feel like this is maybe where I should have thought, like, maybe something's wrong, because she is putting on these nail tips that they have, and they have a bunch of different sizes and they're supposed to size it to her, and she takes some of the fake nails and she puts them on. My first two, super easy, these ones go on clean. Then she gets to my middle finger and she's putting it on and it won't go on, and it's like not fitting, and so she takes out another batch, she finds them, and she's not finding one that fits, but instead of continuing to try, she just presses down really hard and tries to make one of the other ones fit. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, yeah, that obviously probably is not the size that I should go with, but I mean, it works good enough, I guess. And so she's sitting there and several of them are like popping off or like kind of coming off, and she's like and getting like really just frustrated. And so I'm getting a little nervous, but I'm not really saying anything, and all of a sudden she goes, oh, your nails, they grow so weird. And I have a mineral deficiency that causes my nails to be wobbly, to grow outwards, to grow super long. I cannot control that. It literally, like, it's just the way that my nails naturally grow, and it doesn't matter how much care I put into growing them differently, they will always grow that way. And so she keeps making comments being like, oh, your nails grow so weird, so weird. I just, it's so funny. And I kind of make a joke back because I'm like, I don't really know why you're saying this to me right now. And I'm like, yeah, they grow really interestingly. And she's like, yeah, interesting. And it's just sitting there and just continuing to harp about my natural nails. Eventually, she gets on some other topic where she is speaking with other people, obviously, and then she'll come back and talk to me, and she'll be like, oh yeah, you need to get your nails done more often. Like, your nails, they will grow better, they won't grow as weird if you do your nails more often, if you come back to the salon. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, I haven't got them done in a while. She kind of, like, I don't remember exactly what she was saying, but at one point she goes, oh yeah, you know, they're so interesting. And I could tell that her immediate reaction was to say gross. And I was just like, why are my nails that were trimmed, they were cut down and trimmed, it's just that my fingers and my nails grow wide and weird. Why is that gross and shocking to you? And so I let it slide, but I am obviously like a little hurt by this. I'm just like, okay, you're being rough with my nails. Randomly, whenever she starts doing this thumb, it starts burning really bad. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And I'm about to say something, and then like the burning subsides, and I'm like, okay. But I'm just sitting here like, I've not had very good experience, and now you're making fun of me for my nails. So then we get to color. And I had told the people prior, both people, that I wanted pink on these nails and then white on this nail. Like, I didn't feel like French tips, but they're pink was really that difficult, and it's not. And so we get there, and her technique for doing it is she puts on a lot of nail polish, and then she takes acetone and she wipes it off to get a really clean French nail, which is perfect. It's amazing. But she puts white on all of them, and I'm kind of thinking, oh, maybe she's doing white so she can go over it with the pink as a base to make it more vibrant, is what I'm thinking. I realize as she's really cutting it out and getting the French tip that she's not going to be pink, when I had brought the pink bottle from the other desk with me and set it in front of her. So she knew that's, or at least she was supposed to know that that was the color that I wanted. Granted, I didn't say anything, but then she's doing the nails, and I'm like, hey, is it okay if you do pink on all of these and keep this one white? And she kind of does a little frustrated sigh. She's like, okay. And she starts doing it. And as she does it, whenever she finishes the nail, like this hand that I was talking about, I was like, oh, thank you so much, I'm so sorry. And she goes, you don't pay attention? And I'm kind of sitting there like now I feel ridiculed. And I'm just like, what? And I'm kind of smiling, and she's like, you don't pay attention? You don't pay attention? You don't see when I put the color on your nail? And I'm like, yeah. And again, my thought process was I thought it was a base. I thought she was doing white to then put the color on top of it. So that's why I had made that note. Because when she started, she just put color on it, and she never asked me what design, what color, what I wanted. She was just like, oh, okay. Granted, French tips are supposed to be white, and that's the normal color that you go in there when you ask for French tips. But I had still mentioned to multiple people that I wanted color, and I brought the color over with me to her desk. So now I'm sitting there, and she's made fun of me for both my nails, and now she's upset at me because when she started doing the color wrong, I had made a mention because I didn't want to walk out with nails I wasn't satisfied with, especially because I'm paying for it. And so she says that she finishes, and then I look down at my nails, and you know, they hurt really bad, and I'm like, why are my cuticles bleeding? I will try to see if I can put a photo up screen. Not only was one of my nails crooked whenever you kind of like bent your nails in, but also two of my cuticles, one on my ring finger, which I don't think you can really see, and then on my thumb. You can see how it's red. Both of them were bleeding pretty bad. And they were the type of cuticle bleed that wasn't just, oh, you kind of scraped yourself or you pulled a hangnail or something. It's like genuinely, I'll see if I can put a photo, genuinely part of the skin around my cuticle is cut. Clean cut. And so they're bleeding, and I don't want to get an infection, so I'm trying to be more careful with them. And she finishes up, and she looks at it, and she notices that I'm looking at the cuticle, and she's basically like, oh, I'm sorry about it bleeding. You know, when you don't get your nails done for a very long time, your cuticles, they get really hard to deal with, and so it bleeds a little bit. And in my head, I'm just like, I don't think my cuticles should be bleeding because I've never gone to a nail salon where that was a thing. And I'm the kind of person, I don't go to nail salons pretty frequently. I, one, don't have the money, and two, a lot of times I do my own nails, or I just don't do nails at all because of the activities and the things that I do. So I was very appalled to have this experience because I've never really had a bad experience at a nail salon. But then she eventually is like, okay, you can go to the chair for the pedicures now. And so I walk away, and that's fine, and that's when I'm taking like a better look at my nails. I'm looking at them, I'm showing them to my friend, and I'm just like, I like the nails, I think the nails are pretty and cute and I like them, but I'm definitely really upset with the treatment that I got. And so, you know, I'm just sitting there, and throughout the rest of the experience, which the pedicure was completely fine, the rest of the experience, this lady just keeps coming back up to me like, do you like your nails? Are your nails okay? Is it okay? Is everything okay? And it's just like, I didn't say anything, and that's my fault. I didn't mention or make a statement like, no, I don't like how you treated me, or no, one of my nails is bleeding, or something like that, because I was just so ready to get out of there. I didn't want to make a scene, especially because right next to me, the person that was with me, this is like their favorite nail salon to go to, and they never have a bad experience, and I'm just like, maybe it's just this lady. I don't want to cause a scene. I don't want to make drama. I don't want to do whatever, and it's not like I'm gonna ask for the nails to be redone, one, because I don't want her to redo them, but two, because they look good enough for me. So we pay, we walk out of there, and I just kind of sit with the fact that I'm really appalled that this lady treated me like that, because it almost feels like, you know, I was probably one of the younger people in the salon, and it really felt like she was treating me like I didn't know how to say or ask what I wanted. Overall, I feel like if I go back to that studio, that I would not want to be treated by that lady. I have no idea who she is or what her name was, but I will know her face, and I will know that that is not the person I'm going to want doing my nails next time. But let me know if this is just a me thing. I don't know if maybe I didn't communicate enough with her and that caused some of the problems, or if this is just me not being adequately understanding of what it means to get your nails done at a salon. I'm gonna keep the details of the salon private for now. One, for my safety, and two, because I just don't want to flame a business for one of their employees. If anything, I can just make a complaint with them personally. But let me know your thoughts. Maybe I am just overreacting and I'm being sensitive about this situation. Again, like I said, the nails turned out good. I thought they were cute, and I've gotten similar nails at other salons before. The treatment was not the same, obviously, but I don't really know. That's all I have, though. I will definitely not be going back to that salon anytime soon, which is okay. That's all I have for today. So thank you guys so much for listening. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!